go. Today's the day, I promise. I've got the hinkering. I feel like today's the day. Now, contrary to popular belief, we are headed in blind, okay? Going to a new spot I've never been to. Where I've been hunting, I've been just popping around the same couple hundred acres, seeing a scrape here or there, some rubs, no deer. Why hunt a spot if you're not seeing deer, right? So we're moving. We're gonna go into a spot. It just looks good, all right? There's multiple ridges and a huge drainage. It's relatively, I wouldn't say flat, but it's very gradual grade. And we've got a south wind today, and the ridges are running from the south to the north, going downhill into the drainage. So I'm gonna try and get down about halfway down. I guess you could call it a hill. It's not really a ridge that runs down. Halfway down the hill, and set up right on this bench, and to where I can see the drainage, the big bottom, and then I can see up the hill a little bit. And that's all depending on what we see when we get in there. If we don't see anything, we'll walk until we do find something. It's 11:30, so we got all day, and it's 60 degrees out today, so we're gonna walk back in there, see what we're looking at for sign. If we see you know, just something that pops out and I like, then we'll set up on it and we'll hunt it. All right, we're gonna start our trek in here. It's 12 o'clock. I'm not sure if I underestimated the weather or not. All I've got is this little hoodie and a pretty thin long sleeve underneath of it, but it's supposed to warm up a little more, probably another 5 or so degrees. So I'm sure once I start walking on, we get hot. Well, 70 yards in, I've lost the hoodie already. It's hot down in here. I just hope I don't get cold while sitting there, because it's gonna be a 5-hour sit probably. So we got no food or water. That's how we like it. Let's get in there. We gotta try and navigate this bottom. Hopefully it's not super deep, but it's gonna be loud. No doubt about that. Not too bad. There's a ton of trails in here. Try and get up to this first bench here. We'll start walking out. We're only like 300 yards from the pin that I set. It's just a random pin that I put from on onX, but it's giving me a general direction of where to go. And then once we get up here, we're just gonna walk into the wind towards it. See if we can't find some good sign to set up on. These woods look really nice. It's definitely wet. It's hot. Feels like frickin' September. I've made it up here to this little pinch point. It runs straight uphill from right here. I'm on this like little lower bench. I guess it's actually the upper bench, but it pinches right here
to where it's either they gotta go straight up this peak or it drops off below me that I just walked up. And I can see there's a pretty good trail right here. I'm just trying to decide if I want to go left or right. Right kind of runs out a little bit of a ridge with a saddle in it, and that way it's a lot less steep. It's more of like a gradual slope, and over here it's a lot steeper with a couple different drainages. But for some reason, that flatter area over there is calling my name. We're facing directly south right now. We got a south wind. But with the terrain right here, it's kind of just going everywhere, and the thermals are obviously going up. I think we're gonna walk to the right, probably 100 or 200 yards, and see if there's anything interesting down that way. And if not, we're gonna turn around and come back this way. But I do want to stay higher up, try and catch these bucks cruising. So we're gonna walk this trail out and see what's down here. See if we can't get on some good sign over that way.
Well, after walking countless miles and not seeing the sign that I was after, I started to head back towards the four-wheeler and trying to decide what I was going to do for this evening's hunt. With the time nearing 3 o'clock, I only had a few hours to hunt. So I made a decision not to hunt in the evening and come up with a game plan to hit this saddle system that I hunted last year around this time. The saddle consisted of a few decent scrapes that were coming up out of a good doe bedding area. So, with the plan in mind, I headed back to the house, got some supper in my belly, and got a good night's sleep, ready to hit it in the morning.
Well, we're about to find out if we're overdressed this morning. It's only 44 degrees, but we got like a 10-mile-per-hour wind. Y'all know how it is back in drainages and whatnot. It's always really cold compared to everywhere else, so. We got long johns on, we got sweatpants on, and we got outer pants on. We got a puffy jacket, a long sleeve, and then a jacket. I'm sure we'll be sweating by the time we get in there. Well, it's November 5th. It's a cold morning. We're on directly over top of this scrape here. We're probably 5 yards to 7 yards off this scrape. Now this is a community scrape. It's been here since last year around this time. It's getting hit all year round. We're right on this trail in the saddle of this ridge. We're hoping we can get it done this morning. The sun's just coming up, so came in here this morning without a headlamp on because we're really close to some bedding areas. And I didn't realize we were going to be right on top of this scrape. I wanted to be a little further off of it. But is what it is. We just gotta be super still and super quiet, as always. He's hammering a tree right now. He just broke it in half. He's at 30 yards, but he's behind a ton of trees. He just needs to come out like to the right. No freaking way, let's go! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We just hammered a stud mountain buck at 5 yards. Oh my god.
Hello?
Babe,
What?
I just freaking smoked a stud.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Swear to
I
God.
swear.
Are you freaking out?
I'm freaking out.
Shut up.
Man, I hope I freaking killed him. Oh
You think
my.
you got a good shot?
Yes, he was 15 feet from me.
Are you so excited?
Oh my gosh.
I thought you were calling me to tell me you were coming home.
Oh, I'm coming home. I'm not coming home empty-handed. Oh my gosh, I can't quit shaking.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Whew, finally.
Well, you're having a better morning than I am.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna get down and go look at my arrow.
All right, well,
I'll let you know what it looks like.
all right, text me.
All right, love you.
Love you, bye.
We just got down, packed the tree stand up. Just packed the tree stand up. I have yet to go look at the arrow. I watched back the film, it looked good. He was directly below me. When I say 10 feet, 15 feet from the tree, I mean, it's hard to tell on this camera. My other camera just ran out of memory on the SD card, so I'm trying to save it. I have one more, but it's only got 20-30 minutes of time left. But he was standing right there by that tree, and this is the tree I'm in. It's not even 5 yards. Let's grab this stuff and go check it out. Arrow looks good. Bright red blood. I put it right on his heart. I mean, he was so low below me. I tucked it right in behind that shoulder, and I think I hit the vitals pretty good. So we'll see. We'll start walking, checking the blood trail and see what it looks like. He ran up and straight down this hill, so we'll take it slow. It's been a while. I just want to try and check this blood and see what it looks like, and then go from there. We've kind of run into a loss of blood right here. He's been bleeding really good for the last 70-80 yards. But I can't find any more blood where I'm at right here. And I've looked that way a little bit, but I haven't gone downhill. And I'm thinking I'm gonna start easing my way down this hill looking for blood. So, blood looks good though. Well, not what I want, but I lost blood about 100-ish yards in. So I'm backing out, I'm going to the house. We're gonna put it on the computer and rewatch the footage. I feel really good about it, but I just don't understand why he lost blood. So, let's hope and pray. Well, we're headed back out. Just watched that video, and honestly, it looks really good. I think it's a perfect heart shot. I think he's dead down in that bottom. We just need to go down there and look. So I'm bringing the frame pack, and we're gonna head down there. It's 11:20.
I don't have any help right now to help me look. Everybody's at work. Totally understandable. I'm very lucky and fortunate to even be off of work to do this. So I've got a group of guys coming out at 4:30 if I don't find them by then. They'll come out and we'll look all night, but I think he's a dead deer. Everybody I've talked to, I've sent the video to, dead deer. So let's get out there, find last blood, and then we're just gonna start grid searching. Shot him at 8:30, so it's been a while. If he's dead, he's dead by now. If it's a good shot, we'll see. Well, we're back, walking back into the woods now. We're gonna go back to where we last saw blood and just start searching. I hope he's down. I got a really good feeling that he's down. I mean, that shot looked perfect. So, walk back in here and hopefully find him pretty quick. Well, we're at where we got last blood. He came directly from this direction and was running this way, but stopped here right at this tree and turned this way, and I found a little bit of coagulated blood right here, and it drops down into this bottom of all this laurel rhododendron type stuff, but there's no blood after this. Like really good blood coming up to this point, and then it just shut off completely. Now, if we were to follow this side hill out, it meets another drainage that goes down into the big bottom drainage. So we're just gonna start grid searching from here. I'm gonna go down, walk that drainage, and just start glassing and see if I can't find them. I just wanted to jump on here and kind of explain everything that happened. So just a little breakdown. We get in there in the morning, walking down the logging trail, spot that I hunted last year. It was dark still. It was about 30 minutes till shooting light. It was still dark. Went in with no headlamp on because of how close we were to a bedding area. But I knew where the scrape was and I could kind of see, but you know distance is way off when it's dark out. So I get set up in a really small tree, about the only one with cover in it. It starts getting light and I'm like, wow, I'm a lot closer to this scrape than I thought. I'd never measured it. It was probably between 5 to 8 yards, somewhere in there. It was very, very close. No longer than the length of my truck. But since we were so close and we were 2 sticks high, that day I took 2 sticks in with me instead of 1. Luckily I did because there was 0 cover. Got up, sat there, didn't see much movement. I checked my phone, it was about 8:20 and I look up and I see him coming in. He comes in, is working a bunch of scrapes that he's just making, brand new ones. He goes and hits the sapling for about, it felt like 10 minutes, and then he finally started coming my way, so I went ahead and drew back. The whole time he was within shooting range. Everything was within 40 yards for me. And he starts working in, he hits this little beech tree and is making a scrape underneath of it, and lo and behold, he comes working straight at me, and I couldn't believe how close he was getting. And he came straight to the scrape, and I had what I thought was a perfect shot. I held just a little low for some reason. In my head the whole time I'm like, hold low, just because of, I have no idea. I'm so scared of a deer ducking my arrow, and you know, I just had it in my head and it was just a stupid thought. So I held a little too low. It's still, you know, I was holding perfect if I was flat ground, but I was not. I was at a crazy angle because of how close he was to my tree. I held low, shot looked perfect. I thought it was a done deal. Super excited, called my wife, got down, started tracking blood. I had good blood for about 130 yards. After that, it just completely ran dry and he was headed straight for bedding. So I grid searched by myself for about 2 hours. I decided that I was gonna get out, go home, get some water, get some lunch, and go back in. So I did. I went back in. I still didn't have any help. But fortunately, I'm able to hunt throughout the week right now. A lot of people have to work, and I completely understand that none of my buddies could come and help me because they were working. But I went back in there and grid searched. Didn't find anything. No more sign, no more blood, nothing. So I backed out. I waited a couple more hours. It got dark, and fortunately I had 2 buddies that were willing to come help me look at night. And all of us start walking in. We start hearing coyotes howling down towards where I the direction that the buck ran. And at that point my hopes were getting really high. I'm like, man, they're on something down there. So we went down there. Long story short, we looked for probably 3 more hours. We grid searched the entire drainage that he was running along. We searched the bottom of it, we searched both sides, all the way to the very end of it. And at that point, without seeing any more sign, coyotes were gone. I decided to call it. And that was based off of prior knowledge going into that grid search as well. I watched that video probably 150 times. The angle of the shot, it looked like it went down towards the brisket, and I could zoom in when he was running away, and there was no exit hole on the side of his body, on the opposite side. So that led me to believe that it came straight out the bottom. And just everything leading up to that and all the factors that I had, I decided that, you know, that deer probably is still alive to this day, and that I had a very non-lethal shot. So I was at lowest of lows, and I was in a horrible place that night, the next 2 days, but I couldn't get discouraged by that. We all miss, we all go through instances like that, and I think that's what makes us better hunters, is we're able to learn and adapt from situations like that. And you know, I'm out here still grinding, and I think that just says a lot about my view on hunting. And you know, especially this time of year, I know anything can happen. We can get on another buck very soon. So I'm very fortunate to be able to hunt, and like I said, going into the rest of the season, keeping my head up, and we're gonna get after it. So thanks guys for watching, and I know that's a long rant, and I appreciate if y'all made it to the end. So until next time.